What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to 𝗪𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧 Journey. So today I want to talk about some big catalysts coming out this week and how they will affect Lucid and its investors, and ultimately go over some updated data points very relevant to a lot of investors and tie it all together with some technical analysis at the end. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, let's get right to it. So first and foremost though, as far as economic data, Wednesday, May 11th CPI data is coming out. You can see right here the year over year, 6.5 was the previous, 6% is what the actual forecast is. So it is insinuating at least that the expectation is a little bit lower, hopefully keeping in line with what a lot of people are talking about, how inflation is curbed, the trend is going to be going down. If that is the case, then consider a bullish rally started. So that's my own 2 cents. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. In addition to that, so this one could go either way depending on the results, but there is also going to be new round of 13Fs from a lot of the big players. So you can see hypothetically on the 13th, possibly the 12th, PIF, Vanguard, BlackRock, and also Morgan Stanley, some other big players as well, are all going to be disclosing their 13Fs and their holdings of Lucid, whether they increased, decreased, whatever it might be. It will be very interesting, and more specifically, if for instance PIF does add, then consider as well this on a full-blown rally. We are well below our intrinsic value, and anything associated with PIF causes Lucid to go on a massive rally. In addition to that, there's also more stuff that's coming out. There's the inauguration. Hypothetically, rumors have been floating around that it's either on the 12th or the 13th of the Munich studio. So this is their big expansion or start of an expansion to Europe. But when it came down to the earnings, unfortunately, Peter didn't exactly say a specific date, but I feel he did slip on one thing. Instead of saying a date on the Munich inauguration, I feel that he did slip up, like I said, and he said that there is going to be disclosing coming out this week, Europe expansion plans. So not necessarily just Germany, Europe. So that is a very, very big deal. So he might have said early PR stuff that wasn't really announced, blah, blah, blah. So that might be something for us to look forward to as far as investors. And over and above that, I feel that a lot more analysts are going to give good ratings on Lucid. Because yes, we only did 360 vehicles, but a lot of people are now looking at April numbers. So in April alone, we did 400 produced, 300 delivered. Basically already higher than Q1, very close to that. So that is a lot of good things, especially like I've been saying, all the hiring that they've been doing in February all does roll over and translate to more productive employees exactly in April. So like I've always been saying, especially live streams, videos a long time ago, I was saying these are going to become very efficient employees and affect the production in April, and that did hold out to be very much true. So hopefully a lot of analysts will like that information and provide good ratings. Bank of America did give a reiterated price target of a buy, but did lower their price target to $50. So that's a good and the bad. But looking here, Bank of America does compare Lucid to a Ferrari. So very big things for Lucid in its future. And I just want to pop over and show you a couple of things on Interactive Brokers. So more so as well, like I've already done a video on, Morgan Stanley and obviously AKA Adam Jonas did jump on the bandwagon very first day after, so May the 6th, did reiterate the $12 price target. So it's very funny that he did that. At the end of the day, when it comes down to the 13F for Morgan Stanley, I will find that very interesting because Morgan Stanley did increase their position by roughly about 360,000%. Again, that might be largely because they got added to the NASDAQ 100, but still, this upcoming 13F will be very interesting, especially to see if Morgan Stanley did actually increase their position. And so leading into next week, I just want to show you the sentiment of where a lot of people are seeing Lucid as. Right now, it is very much negative. Obviously, we had a very much sell-off on Friday. We hit a low of roughly about 7.5%. We went green briefly because of news that did come out, and then we started to taper better off with the broader market. So right now the sentiment is very much negative, so it'll be interesting to see how things play out. In my opinion, I feel that there's a lot more bullish signals that's coming out in events versus negative or possible negative ones. So this is why I feel a lot of people are going to be looking at Lucid more specifically this week to start long-term positions. Especially we are on the technical front very close to a bouncing off of that. I'm going to explain all the technicals in a second. If you do like interactive brokers, take a look at them in the description below and also in the comments. Just click on the link, play around, has a lot of good information such as this. But like I said, I'm just going to pop over and do some technical analysis. So looking right here, I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So momentum in number of buyers has been flat. Stochastic, you can see there was a nice bullish trend starting to form, so black line above the red. A lot of expectations when it came down to the earnings. Unfortunately, more so on Friday, it did revert back to having a little bit more of a bear sentiment, so it'll be interesting, like I said, to see how a lot of these things will play out. RSI is also at 38, which is very low in my opinion, and on the actual chart, we have tried to transition from the lower to the higher percent of the Bollinger Band a couple times, failed to do that. Typically 9 times out of 10 we bounce off of that, consolidate, and try again. So I see this happening this upcoming week, and hopefully, like I said, with a lot of these bullish signals that's coming out, we will trend higher. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to show you as well Fibonacci. Looking right here again, we are closing at $18.15. Currently between the S1 and the pivot. $20.58 is that pivot point that we want to watch for. And I feel with a lot of the good things that is coming out, whether it be CPI data or just 13Fs or possibly a lot of good expansion news, any and all of those could cause us to transition to the higher percentile, the Bollinger Band, and get over this $20.58 mark. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Lucid, and if you have been buying, let me know. If you've been diamond handing it, and overall, let me know where you see Lucid going by the end of next week as well. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.